Hi, I'm Kate Daly, co-founder of Amicable, the couples-led divorce service, and host of the Divorce Podcast. I've been really surprised at the void of information about the upcoming changes to the divorce laws. It's the biggest change in these laws for over 50 years. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to give you some key details about no-fault divorce. If you're planning a divorce in England or Wales after the 6th of April this year, 2022, there are 4 key changes that you need to be aware of. Firstly, divorce will change to a no-fault system. So this means you'll be able to submit your divorce petition without needing to give a reason for why your marriage has broken down. Just like now, you're going to still have to have been married for a year and you'll have to have lived in England or Wales for at least 6 months to apply for a divorce. But instead of blaming your partner, there'll be a 26-week reflection period built into the divorce process. So you'll be able to file a petition and then you'll have the first of the reflection periods, which is 20 weeks. At that point, you'll then apply for what's going to be called a conditional order. And then, just like it is now, you'll have to wait 6 weeks after the conditional order has been granted before you can apply for the final order when your divorce is complete. The second thing is that the new law means you can file for a divorce jointly as a couple for the first time. So if, like many couples, your marriage has ended mutually, then being able to apply in a joint way might better reflect your reality and how you want to move forward. So you'll still be able to apply for as a sole applicant if your circumstances aren't quite as amicable. And this leads me on to the third big change. So we'll have now a system of one out, both out. And that means it'll no longer be possible to defend a divorce. Now, that's not really such a big change because in reality, there have only been a tiny number of successfully defended divorces in recent years. But under the new law, you'll only be able to dispute the divorce on 3 very specific legal grounds. And these are that the marriage isn't legally valid, or you're already divorced, or you believe you should be divorced in a different country. The final change is that the language that's used in the divorce process is going to change and it's going to be updated. So out with the old Latin decree nisi and in with what's going to be called a conditional order, and out with the decree absolute and in with what will be called the final order. It's also worth remembering you don't need a lawyer to do your divorce for you. You can do it yourself via the government website or by using a service like ours, Amicable. It's a lot cheaper. If you need help with your finances and children arrangements, you can also use the Amicable service to agree these and to document them. If you choose to use mediation to agree your financial or children arrangements, you can still use our Amicable write-up service for your consent order, rather than having to go off to 2 separate lawyers. Remember, if you do choose to use a lawyer, they won't be able to work with both of you, so this may increase the overall costs. And of course, there are always some situations where you really might need the help of a lawyer, especially if you're in an abusive or high conflict relationship, or your ex is hiding assets, for example. In these circumstances, a lawyer or the court is best placed to protect you. Today marks the last day you can file for a divorce under the old system. This will be followed by what's called a closed period where no divorces can be filed until the new system starts on the 6th of April 2022. If you've got any questions about the upcoming changes to the law, then please do get in touch with us through the website www.amicable.co.uk. I hope that's helpful.